Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to part 4 of my video DVD library collection. So I ended right here. Now let's get down to this lower half here. Alright, starting things off with Jack the Giant Slayer, John Carter, Johnny Mnemonic. Then we got Journey to the Center of the Earth and the sequel, Journey to the Mysterious Island. Then we got Jupiter Ascending. Then Jurassic City. I think I ranted on this one too, I can't remember. And then we get to my all-time favorite franchise, because it's my all-time favorite film of all time, Jurassic Park. Yep. Never can't get enough of Jurassic Park. It's my all-time favorite movie. Watched it countless times when I was a kid. Then you got The Lost World, which people do not like though, but I enjoy The Lost World. This one I think is underrated, I think. And another one I also say is underrated, people don't like, but Jurassic Park 3. The one thing about the stupid dream scene that Samuel has with the talking raptor, Alan. But other than that, I can let that go. But yeah, it's a stupid scene though, but I still think it's an underrated sequel to Jurassic Park 3. Then we got Jurassic World, which I did what was it? No, I did last year. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did, because I was doing my anime month around that time, so yeah. Jurassic World, which I say, it's not a perfect franchise. No franchise is perfect without having not one good one, but people love it. But now it's going on 5 years now since this came out, and to me, I was disappointed with it. But this, I think, was an improvement. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This one I thought was a step up or an improvement and much better than the previous one. Well, it's the first one, but. Yeah, I enjoy Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so I look forward to seeing. Now they call it the next one called Dominion. Yeah, but then because we got these two coming back, and then we got our original cast members coming back, like Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. It's cool. So the Jurassic Park franchise. Then we got Jurassic Prey. Then the original 1933 classic of King Kong, the 2-disc collector's edition. Then we got the 1976 remake of King Kong. And then we got, which I'm not a fan of though, but the 2005 King Kong with Peter Jackson. Not a fan of this one. And then I got Kong Skull Island, which I thought was better, but I enjoy this one. So yeah, Kong Skull Island. Then we got fun fantasy film, Krull, which I always enjoyed that weapon of the glaive. Very cool weapon, which was a really cool surprise to see in Ready Player One. I was like, oh wow, that was the glaive. That was a cool, I like that weapon, the glaive. Cool weapon. But I enjoy this fantasy film as well. Then we got League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Then we got the Ultimate Edition of Legend. Then we got Life Force. Then we got here Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, the third one, which this is the one I had because I was never a fan of the Lord of the Rings movies anyway, or the Hobbit films. Then we got to one I enjoy to me, like the last good film from Ridley Scott, and that is The Martian. The last good film from Ridley Scott, because I hate Prometheus and I hate Alien Covenant. But The Martian. Next we got of Masters of the Universe, of He-Man with Dolph Lundgren. Then we got the Matrix trilogy, which I enjoyed. Always enjoyed the Matrix trilogy. Which I'm thinking about why they need to make a fourth film. Then we got the first two Maze Runner films. Then we got the exclusive limited edition of Men in Black, the Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3, and of Minority Report, and then we got one of my other friends that wanted me to review this for its 20th anniversary, which I will get to eventually. I will. Mission to Mars. I would say Ghost of Mars, but yeah. Mission to Mars. I will eventually review this for our 20th anniversary. I will get to that eventually. So, don't worry about it. But yeah, I like Mission to Mars. Get in there. Next we got here of Moon with Sam Rockwell, which I thought was a good one. My Favorite Martian. Oblivion. Outland, we had a good one with Sean Connery. Pacific Rim. Then of Pan, Peter Pan, which is a huge flop. Then we got of Pandorum, Paycheck, and then we got then of Pitch. This is a trilogy though, but this is for Pitch Black, and then it also comes with the Chronicles of Riddick as well, and also the Chronicles of Riddick, Dark Fury, but mainly this one for Pitch Black. We got the sequel and this other one here, which I don't have the third one. That was disappointing too. Then I got to the next franchise. I got the box set here, which of the Planet of the Apes. So the box set of the first one. Number 2, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. 3, Escape from Planet of the Apes. 4th, Conquest of Planet of the Apes. And then they got the behind the scenes. Oh no, that's not yet. The fifth one, Battle for Planet of the Apes. And then you got the behind the scenes of Planet of the Apes. In which, for some reason, I thought I had the 2001 one. For some reason, I thought I had the 2001 Tim Burton one, but I guess not. For some reason, I thought I had it. But I guess I don't have it, I guess. Then we get to an all-time classic of Predator. And then one of the most underrated sequels of all time, Predator 2. Love this film to death. As well as I got the Blu-ray of Predator 2. This is a great movie. Fantastic lead like Danny Glover, who was a badass. I was like, alright, who's next? Still going out like a badass, saying something like that as well against the other Predators. Then we come down here now. We got Pterodactyl, which stars Coolio. Funny enough. Yeah, Coolio. Then we got Puppet Masters, Python, Race to Witch Mountain. Then, also with Dwayne Johnson, Rampage. And then Ready Player One. And then of Red Planet. And of course the whole franchise of the Resident Evil franchise. I'll just recap the first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth, and then the last one I just put up the big rant on this one. And then they got the CG movie, which I also put up as well. Not a fan of this franchise because there's so much things that are confusing and everything. So I already said myself on that. Right, next. R.A.P.D. Not good at all. Rise of the Dinosaurs. Rodan. Another underrated one with Tom Selleck. Runaway, directed by Michael Crichton, the author of Jurassic Park. You also got him. And Gene Simmons of Kiss as your bad guy, which he was a fun bad guy with. Then the special edition of The Running Man. Then of Signs. To me, the last good M. Night Shyamalan film. Everything he's directed after that, shit. Next we have Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Skyline. I think this one's underrated. Soldier, which I talked about with Paul Davis Anderson. I like Soldier. Better than any of the Resident Evil movies. I got Sound of Thunder, which is interesting concept though, but disappointing movie because the film is basically not finished, basically, due to production problems. Then we got The Source Code, and then of Spawn. And then we got the Species films. I know there's a fourth one though, but I don't have it because I don't intend to own it because it's not interesting at all. So I'm sticking with the first three Species films. Again, get into the Spider-Man movies. So you got Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. And I don't have the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 because I don't like those ones. But I do have the ones from the MCU. Spider-Man Homecoming and then Spider-Man Far From Home. Ah, God, my nose freaking itches. One second. Then we got Stargate. Then Starship Troopers. And then we get into the Star Trek franchise now. So we got Star Trek The Motion Picture, which I always enjoyed this one. Then The Wrath of Khan. The Search for Spock. The Voyage Home. And yes, I even liked this one, which is not loved by everybody, but I actually like it is. Even my dad likes this one. The Final Frontier. You know, I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain. My dad loves that line. And then we got the Undiscovered Country. Then we get to the Next Generation movies. And yes, and to me this is the worst one of the franchise because, well, even my dad says, but yeah, Generations, and people probably know why. But to me, this is the best one of these ones of the Next Generation movies. I love First Contact. Love this one. Then we got Insurrection, and then Nemesis. Which, oddly enough, people seem to forget the stars young Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy going to star many movies. People seem to forget that he was in this. And yeah, in this role, I thought he was. This one was not good at all, though. But I thought Tom Hardy. I thought he did pretty decent job. Yeah, I completely forgot that he was in this movie. But probably a lot of people too, though. But I thought he did a decent job as the villain, the clone of Picard. Not that great movie though, but I thought he was decent. And then we get to down here. Then the rebooted one of the 2009 Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. I don't have the other one, but sometime later, not anytime soon. Yeah, Beyond, that's what it was. Then of Stealth. Then I got the steel case edition of Superman. Yeah. Which is a steel case of Superman. The Richard Donner one, and then upwards. And the next we got of Superman Returns. Then I like this movie, but it's not loved by everybody. A lot of people don't like this one, but I like it. I'll review this one eventually. Super Mario Brothers movie. Then we got of Supernova. Then of another one from back in the day, Tarantula. Next we have an all-time classic of the Terminator, the special edition. Then the very solid sequel, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This is also the 2-disc edition as well. Then I got Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I don't have the other ones as well, so I don't care to get them right now. Although I think I did not mind Terminator Salvation though, but I don't have it right now. So I know I hate Genesis, and I hate Dark Fate. So, but next I sit on the floor. It's hurting on my knees and my feet, so I'm trying to adjust my posture here. Pterodactyl. With terror instead of pterodactyl. Then of the classic one of John Carpenter's They Live. Next we have of the three Thor movies. I know they're coming with the fourth one though, but this is the three of the fourth movies. Got the first one, then Dark World, and then Ragnarok. Then you got another remake that I actually liked, The Time Machine, with Guy Pearce. Yeah, I actually kind of like this one. Then we got the sci-fi miniseries of Tin Man, which is a sci-fi version of The Wizard of Oz. And then we got the special edition of another classic Arnold movie, Total Recall. And then we get to this franchise, the Transformers. So that's the first one, the second one, third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Which I know I don't have Bumblebee yet. I don't intend to get to. I know that's considered by the ratings is the best one of the franchise, but not interested in getting that one right now. And then we have the IMAX movie of T-Rex, Back to the Cretaceous. Then another sci-fi miniseries of which it was involvement of producer Dean Devlin and director Bryan Singer, which he didn't direct it, but he helped produce it though. But The Triangle, about the Bermuda Triangle. So you got with Eric Stoltz, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charles Mountain Smith, and then Sam Neill. Exactly how much do you know about the Bermuda Triangle? Yeah. So another one that was meant from the sci-fi series. Yeah. With involved some good talent in this as well. The Triangle. Which also good that how that this thing is. And yes, this is part 1, part 2 of this franchise, which I don't like though, but I just watched to see how it ends. But I don't have the first 3, but I just got to see how it ends. Twilight, Breaking of Dawn, part 1, part 2. Don't care for this franchise at all. I just want to watch to see how it ends. That's all. Next called Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. And then we have Vampire Academy. Next, we have of Venom, Virtuosity, Virus, Warbirds, then of the 2005 remake of Steven Spielberg's The War of the Worlds. Then we got I got recently, not that long ago, the Ultimate Cut, the big box set of Watchmen, the complete story, the Ultimate Cut. And then, Waterworld, which I have the regular DVD. Then I got the Arrow Blu-ray edition, Blu-ray of Waterworld, which came with this in the booklet. And then next, also directed by Michael Crichton, of Westworld, which I know there's a series of it, which is now with 3 seasons of it. Which I'll eventually give it a watch sometime down the road, though, but I'll stick with the way I have here. They were of the original Westworld. And then of the sequel, Future World, starring Peter Fonda, who also passed away last year. Yeah, Future World. And then based on a video game called Wing Commander, which is also directed by the creator of the game, which stars Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard, which is a couple years before they were going starring together in the Scooby-Doo movies. Freddy and Shaggy. Really enough. And then we get to, as we're nearing the end of the science fiction genre, get into, the X-Men franchise now. So you got the first one, number 2, And then number 3, which is the last good one, and everything onward after that, well, except for Logan. I actually like Logan, though. But the rest of the movies, no. First Class, X-Men Origins Wolverine, then Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, bad. And then, which is brings the end of, this is the end of the shelf right here, so. Which that brings the end of this, that brings the end of this whole section here, though, but the end of the sci-fi is with the other X-Men movies, which I'll really quick. These are the last 2 of the sci-fi section I have right here, but yeah. The worst one of the franchise, I ranted on this big rant on this, check it out. Dark Phoenix. And then just ended off with, really enough, with Sean Connery. Zardoz. So yeah. But this is just a piece of garbage. This I would say is better. It's funny as hell though, but still is better than this film. And that's it for the science fiction section now. So hope you enjoyed this part 4 now. So by part 5 now we're entering the thriller section. You know, suspense. You know, I call it thriller though, but yeah. So part 5 we're entering now the thriller genre. So hope you enjoyed part 4. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 5. Later.